This is the MG3, one of the most popular cars in Australia at the moment. We're starting to see these cars all over the roads. Let's have a closer look at why these cars are selling so quickly. This is the MG3, a car that came to the Australian market, and I don't think anyone really took it as a serious competitor. But now these cars are so common, you're seeing them everywhere on the roads, and they are a really good car for a really good price. This car comes with all of the features that you need for a small little get-around hatchback. Apple CarPlay as standard, cruise control, electric mirrors, Bluetooth audio, sat-nav built in as well. It doesn't do anything particularly special, it just does everything you'd expect a small hatchback to do. It's not packed with outstanding technology, it's just the basics with the touch of Apple CarPlay that appeals to a lot of drivers. The way this car looks on the outside with the modern LED lights, daytime running lights, and with a pretty nice shape to the outside of the car, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this car. Where Chinese brands may have had a reputation of being poorly built, but this car has shown that it's reliable, it's got all the features you need, you get all of that at a very good price. So it makes sense that these cars are starting to challenge the Japanese car makers. Brands like Toyota, Mazda, Subaru, they're all starting to feel the pressure of MG. This particular MG3 is the model that has absolutely swept away the Australian market. It's now one of the most sold hatchbacks brand new. From 2014 to 2023, the Japanese market share has dropped from 33% to 27%. Japan is still the largest source of imported cars in Australia. And obviously the 2025 models come with more technology, bigger screens, so they're becoming more and more desirable. That's really impressive that they've come into the market as an underdog and completely taken over. This car handles pretty well. It's not useless around corners. You can throw it around a corner and have a bit of fun like you can with most hatchbacks. The suspension is probably a little bit stiff, so I have found it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not too bad. The steering in this car feels good. It's just got standard hydraulic steering, which is the best. You get the best feel with that. It's just a very basic formula, the way they've got a non-turbo engine at the front, standard steering, nothing too special. It's an efficient car, it doesn't use much fuel, it's not that powerful. And then on the inside, you get the main features that you'd want, just the basics. It's not trying to be too much, it's definitely not too little. It's just a simple get-around car that's proven it's reliable. Now, the Japanese car makers are feeling the pressure. They are producing cars at a much higher cost, and these cars are not necessarily that much better. They come with slightly better technology, slightly better features, but with the cost of living going up these days, not everyone is into it. A lot of people just want a good deal. They want a car that's not going to be that expensive to maintain, it's not going to be that expensive to buy, and they're not interested in amazing features. So the MG3 has become one of the most popular cars to buy, and for a good reason, because there's nothing wrong with this car. It's a very good car. It's very basic, it's very simple, but it does everything you need a car to do. So MG have really hit a gap in the market because they've been able to produce a quality car for a very good price. A lot of people are interested in that. Yeah, the shape on the outside is fairly modern. They didn't overlook the design. You can tell they did put a bit of effort into making sure it's still an appealing car from the outside. When you see this car driving on the road, you wouldn't think it's as cheap as it actually is. Again, that's something that gets the buyer interested. People want a cheap car, but they don't want to be seen driving something that's too cheap, and that's where the MG3 is great. The interior design is simple but not cheap. They didn't just chuck in a head unit that looks out of place. The whole sensor console looks like it suits the car. It fits nicely, it looks good. They didn't rush the interior design. Even though this is a cheap car, it's a fairly nice place to sit, and everyone that gets inside it is impressed that you get this car for the price that you pay. Interior and exterior, this car is punching above its price line. It's a small car, but it actually feels pretty spacious on the inside. There's plenty of room, the rear seats fold down, you can put a lot of things in the boot. Of course, the engine is pretty underpowered, so if you're taking a full car with passengers, you're going to feel it's going to be struggling a little bit. But most of the time with this sort of car, it's only 1 or 2 people in it, and that's great because there's plenty of space in the back. Obviously, these days in 2025, MG have shifted and started putting turbocharged engines in it, and they've made hybrid models of the MG3. But I wouldn't bother with those because if you're into higher tech, you might want to go to a more trusted brand. MG have proven that when they have a simple formula for a car like this, nothing is really going to go wrong. They haven't really proven themselves in the hybrid industry yet, so I'd be a bit hesitant to buy a more expensive hybrid. But I can safely say that these 4-cylinder non-turbo engines do the job. They've made a great car for a good price. So this car offers great value. You get so much for what you pay. The quality is pretty good for the price that you're paying. You'd expect something much cheaper. You'd expect something that's unreliable, but this car has proven itself. Japanese car makers are under a lot of pressure. The Chinese car makers are on the way up. In the last few years, we've seen Japanese cars slowly reduce their market share, and the Chinese car makers are on the way up. It will be really interesting to see what happens in the next 10 years.